Yes, hi, Chair Carpenter. My name is Jamie Glasgow, Director of Science for Wild Fish Conservancy. Thanks for the opportunity. I hope you all have had a chance to read the comments we submitted earlier this week, including concerns raised by former Washington Fish and Wildlife Commissioners and 75 independent scientists and advocates. If not, know that they're in your inbox, and I hope you'll have a chance to get to them. I, along with others, are very concerned that you're underestimating the significance of this policy. We're at a fork in the road to recovery. To the left is a path where we actually implement the original 3619 policy and stay true to the best available science. The implementation assessment you commissioned has demonstrated that hasn't happened yet. On this path, we recover locally adapted wild salmon that are resilient to climate change, while managing appropriately scaled hatchery programs and mark selective fisheries. We have wild fish with a genetic fortitude to thrive as habitat and ocean conditions continue to improve. On the path to the right, we ignore some of the inconvenient science and increase hatchery production in excess of HSRG thresholds. This is the path that the 3619 review and rewrite points us towards. Here, we increase genetic, ecological, and fishery impacts on wild fish populations and undermine the millions of dollars spent each year on wild fish habitat restoration efforts. On this path, we choose a future where each year we hope the state's budget is sufficient to raise our salmon in buildings. On this path, we steal opportunity from future generations who won't even know what we took from them. Ron mentioned the draft policy's reliance on HGMPs to effectively manage hatchery program impacts on wild fish. If this is the direction we're going, I suggest the Commission request an implementation assessment from the WDFW Science Division, similar to the 3619 implementation assessment just performed, to determine how well the department has been achieving the required benchmarks in existing HGMPs. I believe the conclusions will be similar. We are adept at making commitments to science-based management on paper, but not at delivering results. As I've mentioned before to you all, I feel this policy revision process has been opaque to the public. The draft we are discussing today was provided to the public on Wednesday, the 29th, just 3 days ago, despite being dated July 15th. The previous draft was released to the public in a very similar way. Given the significance of what's at stake, we need more time to review and provide comments. Also, considering the environmental implications of this new policy, we are concerned that it has not gone through SEPA review. We're currently exploring this deficiency and will be in touch with questions. For these reasons, we request that you suspend further development of the 3619 policy changes and reaffirm the state's commitment to science-based hatchery management by reinstating guidelines 1, 2, and 3 that were suspended in 2018. We'd welcome the opportunity to continue this conversation later in the month, and I do appreciate your thought and consideration that you're putting into this. Thank you.